Yo, and we back with another video. It is Respect My Last Name. Hit the like, subscribe. I'm missing something. The bell notification, and don't forget to drop a comment in below. But listen, narcissists, they married some, they dated some, we probably know some. Let's get into it.
So there is one type of person I don't ever want to encounter again after my last relationship. And that is a person that makes me feel the need to be disrespectful towards them or protect myself from them. Like, why are you bringing those type of emotions out of me? Why do I feel the need to have to protect myself or get disrespectful with you? So at first, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, this person's bringing up these emotions. That mean I care. That mean I'm invested. Like, la, 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 la. That's because I really love them. Now, no. Red flag. Why do I feel the need to disrespect you? I don't want to be with anybody that makes me feel the need to disrespect them or protect myself from them. It's enough for me.
Yo, it really hit home when she said that. Like, why do I feel like I need to disrespect you to get my lick back? And you feel like, oh, you and your feelings, those ain't really your feelings. You feeling like, yo, you feeling disrespected. It's not that you care for the person. You've been disrespected, and you need to check that. But do not put your hands on nobody. I do not condone abuse. Do not do it.
When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you in it by yourself. It ain't no other way around it. That's the best way I could put it, plain and simple. You dating somebody who's not self-aware. They have to pertain an image, and you got to fit in a false reality. You get what I'm saying? They're not in relationships to grow. You get what I'm saying? Because with them growing, they got to look within. They got to be honest with themselves. So, like I say, a lot of that, false narrative that they got in their head, they got to display it. So growth is not a part of it. All they want to do is manipulate and destroy. Straight like that. Everything is going to be your fault. Think about it. Just think about being in a relationship with a narcissist. Everything going to be your fault. So that means you're going to be the only one in the relationship growing, but really you're doing yourself a detriment because you ain't doing nothing but harming yourself. You know what I'm saying? You in it by yourself. Relationships about teamwork. You're supposed to be working together. Looking for ways to be better for each other and growing. A narcissist, that's not their mission. They're going to find ways to gaslight you. They're going to find ways to deflect. They even going, this is another thing narcissists like to do. Whenever they do something, they like to minimize it, right? Whenever you do something, they like to maximize it. You get what I'm saying? Because they got to appear as the good guy. They got to appear as the perfect one. So I'm telling you right now, if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, you're in it by yourself. Move around. Move around. ASAP.
Partner said move around. Like, he right. They do walk around with fucking propane tanks strapped to their back because they will gaslight you like there is no one. And I'm sorry if that happened to you, because I was in it before. I know. I was in a narcissistic relationship. Listen, it take a while to see it, but when you see it, you get smart, right? So hopefully if you guys catching these red flags out there, like, drop it in the comments. Let us know, like, if you're dealing with something. Let's see if we can help you out. Let's keep watching.
I remember I used to cheat on my husband. Whenever I got caught, I started talking about my childhood. Like, they used to abuse me. Did nobody love me? Everybody leave me. So at work, he wouldn't leave. So one day he got tired. So I had to go see that lady. I told that lady, I said, tell this man that I'm bipolar and cheating is a part of my condition. Baby, that lady turned on me and told this man I was narcissist. So he started watching videos and reading books. He got smart. He said, you're manipulating and you're gaslighting. I said, don't you listen to that lady. She don't want to see us happy. She jealous, so you black or white. She wants to be a narcissist. That man left me.
Not only is she a narcissist, she also a little drunk. See, that right there is a prime example of how they trying to manipulate the system to make it work for them. Listen, do not trust it. Do not trust it. Run. Like my man said, move around. But once you get smart, then you realize what to do next. Let's keep watching. A narcissist never mourns the end of a relationship or a marriage, because the moment they can't control you anymore, then they start resenting it. Everything is now your fault because you got smart. I don't know who that is. It's a handsome man. But yeah, that was some old video of me. But like you say, you get smart once you snap into it and you start realizing what's what. It's in no time, and you know what to look for in the next relationship. So in the chats, make sure y'all drop in. Let me know if y'all know somebody dealing with a narcissist relationship, or you are the narcissist themselves. Because it is what it is. We are who we are. But let's just do better. Let's keep watching.
I just want to give y'all a little story time about how one time I was accused of being a lesbian. And I told her, I said, I ain't no lesbian. 2 sockets bumping together ain't gonna get my electricity started. I need a plug. Then I found out about the extension cord. I bump every now and again. But I'm not no never mind.
2 sockets bumping together don't get the electricity started. It took me a minute to catch that extension cord thing. It took me about 15 seconds. I'm like, the hell is she talking about? But it is what it is, man. Let's keep watching.
Imagine having a narcissist as a husband. Like, I can't even imagine some of the position that some of these women are in. Because, yeah, there are women that are narcissists, but to be honest, as a grown man, a woman really can't do nothing to you unless you allow it. Like, you can up and leave. You physically stronger than her, more capable of doing things physically. So a woman can't put you in the same bond that a man can. When you got a narcissist man that won't be accountable of his actions and constantly just react off his emotions and play victim, he won't even allow a woman to fully be in her femininity or be a woman because you too sick in the head and played. And you got all these things going on to the point where she got to walk on eggshells around you. Literally, like, that's a scary thing. And this is why that bear versus man thing existed. I get it. Because when you got some of these men that literally don't realize that they're not being accountable and they're not even being a man because you ain't even got sense of emotional stability. Like, any man that's not in control of his emotions, you'll crash out your family. So imagine being married to that type of man and you not even being able to be vulnerable with him because he'll see it as an attack to the point where he got to play victim. He's not even solving problems as a man is supposed to do. You're not providing nothing but issues. Like, having a narcissist as a husband must be the most mentally draining thing for a woman. It's sickening, bro. Just think about it.
Ladies, I need y'all to come through and help us out here because I am not married to a man, but they are narcissistic men out there. And I would believe like a lot of women be in abusive relationships because of the man being a narcissist, being controlling, being sick in the head. Women sick in the head too. I don't want to don't get me wrong where I say like it's only just men, because I showed women, I showed men, but I'm pretty sure it's a daily struggle to deal with your husband who's a narcissist and maybe is the breadwinner of the house or the controller of the house. Man. Hey, and if you like any of the videos so far today, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. So shout out to every one of you guys who have hit the subscribe button so far, drop comments and a whole bit. But look, let's keep going.
Let's talk about the top 2 signs that you're dating a female narcissist. Now, I'm a psychotherapist and I specialize in healing from trauma after being in toxic, abusive relationships. Now, the first sign is that she's not going to like your friends. She's going to go out of her way to make it clear that your friends are not your friends at all and they have bad intentions for you. She's also going to make remarks and comments that your friends don't like her, even though at the time they haven't really said anything. Now, before you take on board this little bit of advice, I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you have good friends around you? Do your friends support you? Are your friends there for you? Are your friends the sort of people that want to see you happy? Now, if the answer is yes, the reason she doesn't like your friends is because they are a massive threat to her. They're going to see right through her manipulation and they're going to notice when she's starting to remove you from having friends. That way she can get full control over you. So those friends, they need to go. They're too much of a threat. Number 2. Sex is going to be heavily on the menu. She's going to promote herself as some kind of sexual goddess. She will be incredibly sexual, which I know some of you guys are like, well, hey, this is great. But come on, long term, is that going to be something that satisfies you? Probably not. So if she's pushing sex and she's incredibly sexual and she's trying to remove you from having any friends, you need to ask yourself if this is the sort of woman you want to have a relationship with.
Again, firsthand, I've seen this happen. They will act like your friends are bad people, even though you know your friends aren't the best. Don't get me wrong, because friends can be whoever you choose. But I've seen this happen in real time under my own eyes. I'm telling you, these people have been dropping 100% full gems to sexual part, saying your friends ain't no good. It is what it is. Y'all go ahead and take this advice if y'all want to, but summer is coming up and y'all will run into a couple of narcissists. It's just up to you to realize it. Let's keep watching.
Every single day you wake up, you have no idea which mask they're gonna have on today. Are they gonna love you and be nice? Hate you and be an asshole? Blame you for some shit you never did? Try to gaslight and trigger you emotionally right after you ain't seen them all day long? And if you ain't been in a narcissistic relationship, it's hard to even explain this shit to you. Like, not only that, you don't even want to explain what you've been going because, well, it's exhausting, remember? And when you make it to this point, if you're still in that relationship, you know what you do? You just stop trying. But it's hard to stop caring because while you are emotionally detaching yourself, realizing this isn't the place you belong, you still love them. You still have the slightest bit of hope that they'll change and turn back into who they were before. Until you realize they won't. And it's been years of the same lame ass conversation, same promises to be and do better, reeling you back in. And then same shit, different day. On the other side of this daily battle, joy, like true, genuine joy. But there's also freedom that comes along with not being around someone who constantly has to be an energy vampire.
You stay too long. That is literally it. The worst thing you can do is stay too long. Yeah, you think it might get better. It don't get better. It gets worse. It amplifies. But you in love, right? Man, bump that love, man. Reset, start all over again.
So quite a bit of women have asked me what are some of the like narcissistic things he does are. And this is one I can think of. When we used to go grocery shopping together as a family, every single time he would do this. We'd get all the groceries we needed, fill up the cart full of groceries, and he would get mad about something. Didn't make sense. And he would just walk away. Not tell me, not say he's leaving. He would just walk away and take the keys, take the money, and just leave. And it was a form of a tantrum for him to do in public, so he didn't look like he was really doing anything. So what I would do was put all the cold stuff back in the freezer area, keep the dry stuff out in the cart, take the kids, go to the van, figure out what was wrong with him, kind of get him happy, and then convince him to come back inside and like pay for the groceries we got. Eventually, after talking him like, it's okay, everything's fine, he would come back, we'd get the groceries, and we'd do it. But anyway, so yeah, that's something he would always do. Every single time we would go grocery shopping as a family, he would wait till the cart was full, and it never made sense to me. And then I was like, okay, it's to cause me stress. It's to, and then leave me with both the boys that are already fighting in the store, put the groceries back, and then come comfort him. So, I mean, that's just what narcissists do. They want to stress the person they're out with and just make them sad, angry, stressed. They just want to beat that person down in any single way they can. And it doesn't make sense to us normal people. We're like, why can't you just tell me, like, or just go to the van if you're upset about something and leave me with the money so I can buy the groceries. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to the normal person. So that's just an example of something he would do when we'd go grocery shopping as a family together all the time.
Well, it sounds like dude got more issues than worried about trying to pay for groceries. Like, he sound like a fucking brat. Ma'am, I don't know you, but I hope and I pray you left his ass in the grocery store. Because that's not something that you need to be a part of in your life. Anybody needs to be a part of it. Let's throw all the narcissists in the trash. Yo, in the emoji, in the chat, everybody put a trash can or the word trash in there to get rid of all this trash ass situations we got going on out here. Let's get one more in. Let's watch it.
Here is what your relationship is going to look like if you're truly dealing with a narcissist. A lot of times we're dealing with people who just have narcissistic tendencies, and a lot of times we're dealing with, especially women, we're dating F-boys, but we think they're narcissists. But these are signs you should truly look for if you think you're dealing with a narcissist. I want you to listen really, really carefully. All right. This is what the cycle of relationship is going to look like with a narcissist. The first time you meet them, you are going to feel like this is too good to be true, because they're going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. I don't care if you've been married before or dated other people before. This specific encounter is going to feel like nothing you've ever felt before. It's going to feel beautiful. You're going to feel swept off your feet. You're going to feel like you're placed on a pedestal, because you are. You're going to feel loved. You're going to feel supported. You're going to feel validated. You're going to feel heard. You're going to feel seen. You're just going to feel all of the feelings that you have been praying for in every relationship you've ever been in. All right. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be so beautiful. And you and this person are going to have a lot of likes and dislikes. Everything you love, the narcissist love. Everything you like, they like. Everything you hate, they hate. All right. You are going to be the most important thing that ever happened to this narcissist. And then after a while, usually 2 to 6 months, they say, sometimes this can happen really, really fast. But within a few months, you're going to see that feeling of being on a pedestal is going to start to fade away. And then they're going to start to slowly devalue you. Once they devalue you, you are going to flip roles now. Now you're begging for love. You're begging for attention. You're begging for praises. You're begging for compliments. You're begging for all of the things that they gave you freely, overly freely. Now you're begging for even crumbs of it. So sometimes they'll come back. When you complain, sometimes they'll come back and take accountability. Sometimes they'll come back and change. Sometimes they'll come back and act a little better. Sorry about that. Sometimes they'll come back and act a little better, and then you'll be back in their good graces. But they're not 100% like they were in the start. But you're just grateful for whatever they're giving you this time. So it seems like everything is good again. You're feeling happy again. And then less than 2 days later, you're back to feeling anxious. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling like you don't know where your relationship with them stand. You're feeling like you can't talk too loud. You can't even breathe too loud. You feel like you don't understand what's going on. You feel crazy. You're being blamed for everything. If you whine, you're whining too much. If you ask for accountability, you're asking too much. You're just going to be in this constant state of fight or flight, right? Begging again for love, begging for attention, begging for the same things that they overly gave you at the start of the relationship. When you claim you want to leave, or when they see that there are changes in you to where you want to leave them, they'll suddenly change again. They'll become a better person. They'll start giving you some of the things that you ask for. They'll start loving you again. Fake loving. They'll start being there for you again. Long story short, the goal is to keep you in this cycle. What I want you to remember is, once that love bombing stage is over, they'll devalue you.
Listen, thanks for watching. If you stuck with me this far, if you have not already hit the subscribe button, please do so. Drop a like, drop a comment. And we almost at 1,000 subs. YouTube will recommend some videos for you. I choose you watch one of them. Which one you watch is really up to you. But until next time, peace.